All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. I'm back. We're going to see if it's actually working this time. I just tried a little bit ago. It unfortunately did not work. I don't know what's going on with Hangouts or YouTube, but the lives going through Hangouts anyway appears to be completely fucked. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, but hopefully this is going out live. I will attempt to put the link in the comment section on YouTube once again. And if it fails this time, I quit. Let's go see. I literally just woke up too. Like probably 20 minutes ago. Just trying to get this bitch working the whole time, man. Hey, what up, you guys? All right, there we go. Cons, tell me what's going on, James. Guys, what you think? You guys doing good? Finally, at least seems to be working. Voice is cracking. Your mic's all messed up. Sound like a robot. Nope. No, the throat's fine. Just appears that Hangouts is having a problem. Let me hear what it sounds like. Oh, here. I'll post a link for you guys. See if it lets you come on or not. Just give me 1 second. All right, so take you to my channel. Let's hear what it sounds like. Of course, an ad pops up. No, the mic is fine. What's going on, Gyro? All right, so take you to my channel. Wow, that sounds like shit. Sounds like of course, an ad pops up. No, the mic is fine. What's going on, Gyro? Let's see here. And it's not working either. All right, hang on. Let me try my mic on the camera. All right, how does that sound? Does that sound any better? All right, so take you to my channel. Wow, that sounds like shit. Sounds like no, the mic is fine. Sorry, just checking to see if this is working at all. So give me 1 second. Well, it sounded like the mic started to work again. And it's not working either. All right, hang on. Let me try my mic. Oh, the snowball mic seemed to work just fine. So, yeah, okay, so it's better now. It might be just fucking with your Hangouts, right? Something. Okay, let me try posting that URL. How is the mic sounding now? Is that fine with the should I go back to the snowball? How does that sound? No, James, I've told you fucks, you can't fucking call me when I'm on Google Hangouts live. I don't know how many fucking times I've told you, don't call me. You have to join into this call. So calling me, I'm just going to hang up on you because it's useless because you're not on this Hangouts. You're not a part of it. You're just calling me in this Hangouts. Yes, I'm going to try to post the I'm going to try to post the link right here, the URL. So see if that makes a difference. Happy birthday proof. Whose birthday is it? Something is wrong with Proof's Hangouts because I have no other problems elsewhere. Yeah, I know. It's always mine.
That one worked.
You know what's also a Hangout? Hey, Kyle, can I call you while you're on Google Hangouts? No, you cannot call me. Wow, my Google Hangouts live. Duh. It's my birthday. Hey, happy birthday, buddy. Did someone join? What we got on here?
I'm on here. I was trying. I know. I was trying to call your other number.
Yeah, why the fuck you don't try to fucking call me? I keep telling you idiots, you can't call me. I'm already on the hangout. I'm already doing the phone call. So it's like you have to join this phone call. All right, so yeah, that one didn't work. It just winds up in the call with only me in it. I don't know. Cubid's on here. James is on here. Forerunner's on here. Seemed to work for everybody else, brother. Did you guys try that new link that I posted? It worked, right?
Yeah, the second one did.
Yeah.
Here. Try this one, Smooth Virus. See if that works. Well, happy birthday to Who Cares What You Think. What's going on, buddy? Happy birthday, man. How old are you now? Yeah. Just click the link. Steven, hell no. I'm not sending you the link. The phone better be fucking working, dude. There, just click the link on here, Steven. It worked for everyone else. It should just work. Here, I'll send this as a link through Hangouts, but anyway, well, today's topic is that you guys pick, so pick away. What up, Gyro?
Fake videos.
All right. Oh, did you guys see that one video I just posted? Where I gave a shout out to Snooch's mom. She's getting surgery.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'd just like to
hopefully
say,
she's okay.
yeah, gets well soon. And Snooch,
Yeah, absolutely.
if you can hear this, fucking straight, stay strong for her, mate. I know it's a bad time for you, but stay fucking strong for her.
That's right. There, Steven, I just posted the link to you on Hangouts, so hopefully you should be able to get it on here. And what's Smooth doing? Is he able to get on here yet, or is he at work? Smooth doesn't work on my phone. Hey, what up, Rex? How you doing, buddy? Okay, Steven got on here. All right, Smooth, I'll try to send it to you through Hangouts. As soon as I can get this thing to start scrolling, Jesus. Oh, there you are. Hang on. All right. Here you go, Smooth. I just posted it to you in the Hangouts in the app or whatever. All right. All right. So, Steven, how's your mic sounding? Or how's your sound? Turn your mic down.
I don't think it's any better, is it?
Sounds like shit.
Thought so.
Fucking smashed it today. We
You
saw
gotta get a
that
different
last
phone.
night.
Shit, dude.
I'm gonna cue that. Believe me, it's an S8, and I'm gonna fucking smash it off a fucking ground. I hate it, the bastard. My S5 was far better.
I don't know, my S8 works perfect, dude. What up, Cons? Oh, Cons must be at work right now. This has got his little cat on here.
Your mic's crackly, Kyle.
What's up, James?
Your mic sounds crackly.
It does sound crackly, but that's one of them things that sometimes can sort itself out after 20 or 30 seconds without doing anything.
Yeah. How's the blue? Now I switched back to the Blue Studio mic. Does that sound
Yeah,
any
you
better?
sound fucking perfect. You sound perfect.
All right, perfect. All right, good. All right, so what was our topic? What were we just about to discuss? Fake UFO videos. Yeah, I did a video on that fake. I saw. I forget where I got that video from. I think I got it off. Someone sent it to me on Twitter, man. And I mean, it's like an obvious fake to me, but like the people who've seen it on Twitter, they're like, oh no, this is like one of the realest UFOs that's ever been videotaped. And I'm like, dude, really? Yeah, so I mean, I'm you know, I'm 100% that it's fake, you know, but is there anyone here on the fence who still thinks it might be real?
It's all about the money, money.
God damn it, dude. Steven. Oh my God, dude. That's so fucking annoying. You know, it's funny because Mr. Sevensby was on here last night and he had the same problem where he was hearing me all fucking echoey and he was like, I can't do this, dude. I'm like, I'm trying to tell Steven, I'm like, dude, when I hear that shit, I'm like, I can't do it either, man. It's just, it sounds way too.
You hear me?
Forerunner said his headset's not working right, so I left the Hangouts. What up, Rob? How you doing, buddy? Did you guys listen to Third Phase is the Moon?
The Bong song. The Bong song.
Yeah, I listened to it. I downloaded it.
What's up? There we go.
I downloaded that. I'm gonna bump it in my car.
You downloaded what?
The Bong song.
Oh, the Bong song? That's a badass song, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump that in the car.
Oh yeah, dude. I got a bunch of songs on there, dude. They're fucking awesome, man. What up, Daniel Moore? Cons, I don't know. Say something.
Hey, hi. You hear me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
MVP cons.
Okay. I was asking a question. What do you think? How much money can you make on a fake UFO video? Because it's
Okay,
about the
so-
money.
It depends. It really depends on how many views at those views and if the advertisers want to work with you. Okay, so say this is back in the day, you know, like a year ago before all the advertiser hoopla, all that shit went crazy. You could probably make like $2,500 off a million views. You know, if you had 1 million views, you could make somewhere around between like $2,500 and $3,500. You know, give or take. Some people would make more, some people would make less. But that would be like a good like average. You know, between $2,500 and $3,500. So, I mean, it's definitely worth some money if you can do it cheap.
Quick.
Which obviously today you can.
And quick. You have to do it quick.
What?
Yeah, produce a video, a fake UFO video, and like churn it out. I don't know, like 2 every month, every week.
Yeah, like,
Make
you know,
some-
there's some people
Some money.
yeah, who can the big fake channels like the IUFO sightings or Section 51 or like that's their whole job is to make fake UFO videos. It's pretty lucrative. They don't actually make that much money from them. They don't make the same as like someone who has another million view video, because their crowd, they have such short like view times. So people actually have to watch like the whole video, and you know, they want it to be a certain length, like, you know, over like 10 minutes. And most of the times their videos are well under 10 minutes, and they're fakes, and they have like very short view times. Like a lot of people will click on it and click right off. Ad for your channel altogether, and for your chances of making money through advertisers. So even though it still makes some money. Not enough that you should be destroying the UFO community, but if you give two shits about it, well then, yeah, it's a nice little paycheck. You know?
Had a bad UFO video about 4 or 5 days ago. The thing that landed in Japan. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, that thing. What up, Zach? That thing that fell. What was that? The something.
It was some.
They said it fell out of the sky. It's like a big thing of aluminum or some shit. What was that?
Yeah. They should know better than that.
Yeah, you know, that's another thing that pisses me off, is that the unidentified or the misidentified links. It's not basically what everyone does today. Is so they'll take a video and then they'll say it's one thing, even though they know it's something else. You know, they'll say it's this, and then but it's actually something else. So it's not like a hoax video. It's a real video, something else. You know, like my friend Agile Color. He had sent a video. I did a video on it too, where he had sent a video of a bunch of planes coming in for landing that looked like a bunch of UFOs. If I was just to say, "Oh, these are UFOs," people would believe it. You know, it's hard to tell. Oh, damn it, Steven.
God damn it, Steven.
No, do you know what?
Turn your off, dude.
Shush, man. I changed over from a different account. They see will it make a difference, but obviously it doesn't. So I'll just fuck up.
Fuck off. Steven, you gotta get your shit fixed. I thought you were supposed to get a laptop, man.
I said that there to you yesterday. Jesus, man, I'm not made of money. I'll have it this week sometime.
Spend all your money on that tattoo.
Do you want to see me tattoo?
Yeah, show everyone.
Yeah, show everyone your tattoo.
Oh, I'll fucking show it, alright, bye.
Yeah, whip it on.
Yeah, whip it on up. Put your shit on mute.
We can still see a tattoo. Just put it on mute, man. There we go. Hell yeah, dude. I love that tattoo, man. That's awesome, dude. That's his first tattoo, by the way. Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I love that. That tattoo, man. That's awesome, dude. Who else is that way? He's on mute. So one of you guys has like a YouTube on or something. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I love that. Zach, I love that tattoo, man. That's awesome, dude. Put yourself on mute. Who else is that way? He's on mute. Yeah, you got to make sure that your YouTube. I just muted you, man. You got to make sure your YouTube. If you have YouTube open, make sure you close that out, and or have the volume all the way down. You know. Who did we lose? We just lost.
We just lost somebody.
Kivad, you're next.
Excuse me. Yes, it was you, Zach, because every single person was on mute except for you when it was echoing. But what up, Jason? What up? Who let Steven at the felt tip pens again? Yeah, sir.
No felt tip pens in my house.
Steven, fuck off. Don't you realize how terrible you sound, dude? Every time you turn your mic on, dude, it sounds horrible, man. It's just so nasty. I don't even want to hear it, dude. Yes, I will be hopefully watching the fights tonight. I don't know about you guys, man, but I freaking love UFC. And I don't know, man. Like I want to see Jose Aldo kick the shit out of Max Holloway, but Max is really fucking good. He's also a lot younger. You know, and you know, he's been hungry for a long time. I just think that is the better fighter. I really do. I think he is the better fighter. And I just don't think I don't think he was prepared for Max, and he got rocked a couple times, and you know, so. But I mean, you know, Max is really good. I don't want to take anything away from him, but I think Aldo has the experience and the skills to in fact beat him. And when you know, he's coming back, like, you know, he's gonna come back fucking hungry, wanting his fucking belt. And since stupid what's his fuck has the fucking title, and now no one can even fight for it. It's, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's so stupid. How long has fucking McGregor had that belt, and he won't fucking defend it? He won't defend any of his fucking belts. He won't fight fucking Nate Diaz again. You know, I mean, like, I'm just worried. Like I'm just positive, dude, he'll never fight in the UFC again, dude. Like after he got his big paycheck from the boxing fight, not a real fighter, dude. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not enough money for him.
That's it. God damn it, Steven. All right, you're out. Get the fuck out of here, dude. God damn it. Steven, come back when you get your shit fixed, buddy. I love you to death. You know I do, man. But you got to get your shit fixed if you want to jump on here with us, man. Because that's just too... I can't deal with that, dude. That's just terrible, man. What is UFC? It's a show for men, that's all. You don't need to watch it. Don't worry, Cons.
You think McGregor will become a boxer?
No, I don't think McGregor will do shit. I think he's done. He's done doing anything, man. I don't see him doing shit. He got his fucking payday. He got his $80 million or whatever. He'll never fight again, dude. He won't defend any of the belts. He'll try to leave on top. He'll try to be like, I'm retiring. I got this belt. I got this belt. Blah blah blah. He'll try to pull in that bullshit. You know, he's never defending any of the belts. He's not a true fucking champion. He's a great fighter, but he's not a true fucking champion. He's not in it for the long run. He's in it for the paycheck, as they all are. They all are in it for the paycheck. Don't get me wrong. That's what they're all there for. And now he's going to quit. And he certainly won't ever fight Nate Diaz again. Everyone knows, and I called this out during the fight, that Nate Diaz, he fell. He went down twice because he was trying to play possum, and he was trying to sucker McGregor down to the ground with him because he knows he would take him out on the ground. You know, and McGregor was smart, dude. He knew what he was trying to do, so he didn't go down to the ground with him. And those two knockdowns won him the fight, because the rest of the fight, Nate Diaz kicked the shit out of McGregor and won every fucking round. And those knockdowns are the reason why he won the fight, dude. But Nate Diaz would beat him, guaranteed. If they fight again, he will lose to Nate Diaz. There's not a doubt in my mind. I'd bet $10,000 on it, dude. Nate Diaz would absolutely beat him, dude.
McGregor has a ground game at all.
He's got no ground game, you know, but his stand-up game is not as good as Diaz's. Diaz showed that. And
I like how Diaz
him in the second fight, dude.
I like how Diaz fakes the tap punches, walk in with the tap punches, and he's awesome.
His stand up is better than McGregor's stand up, man. And I don't care what anyone says. He outboxed him in the second fight. He tried to play possum and get him to take him to the ground. And McGregor was too smart for him. And didn't follow him to the ground, and that's why he ended up losing, since they scored those as knockdowns. But those weren't knockdowns. He got hit, and then he fell down on purpose. He's like, you know, like he's just kind of fucking dropped down, you know. Fighting in the octagon is banned here in Perth, Washington. It's a joke. It's safer than the ring. Yeah, that's it's banned. Are you serious? No shit, dude. Are we talking about UFOs? Are we talking about UFOs? Yes, we're talking about UFOs, motherfucker. Except this one has a C at the end. It's a UFC. That's all. Duh.
My bad.
Hey, and like I said, this is you pick the topic. So when the motherfucker asks a question on a topic, that's what we're gonna discuss, dude. So fucking you guys pick, man. Oh, well, talk, Q-Vid, you fucking piece of shit. You're gonna sit here and bring up shit about UFOs, but you ain't saying nothing.
Can you hear me?
You better fucking host. Oh, West Australia, I see.
Can you hear me, Can?
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy.
Right. Okay, so what's the worst fake UFO that you've seen over the last week or two? What's the worst one?
What's the
Apart from the
worst?
one we were just talking about.
I haven't actually looked for any fake UFOs. Like usually I only debunk ones when they come along and get sent to me or something, you know, but I try to stay away from like searching for them and shit because I don't want to give those fuckers any views and everything. I usually just go and debunk videos that get sent to me. Other than that, like I hate going around looking for them. And I used to look for them, but then I realized, dude, all you're doing is giving them fucking views and, you know, giving them hits to a bunch of other fake videos that don't deserve it, you know. So I'm just like, stay away from them. But why? What about you? What have you seen?
Sod all, to be honest.
What's up?
I haven't seen anything really recently.
Yeah, me neither. You know, I try to avoid looking for them. Got to give the only other Irish guy a bit of banter. It's fucking Jason's fucking with Steven.
Hey, in the after show last night, Stephen came on and he got his shit sorted on the phone. He was coming through 100%.
Really?
Crystal clear and perfect. We had an after show, and the actual stream you were on for like 1 hour 40 minutes or something like that, and the after show went on for about 4 hours.
Is this the one? Is this the one that I did or you did?
No, it was after you left. A couple of the guys stayed on.
Oh, okay. The stream on my channel from yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know, because I saw the stream that you did, that we did on your channel, and that went on for like fucking 5 hours, dude. And I think like fucking, I think you got like within a day, dude, you got like 130 views on that video, and I'm just saying, dude, I think that's more than fucking like fucking Sill Nation got on any of his fucking videos.
And the funny thing was that video, like I just left the hangout rolling, and like the 5 hour fucking video, in actual fact, there was only about 2 hours of it where people were actually talking. 3 hours of it were just a blank screen.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Zach is saying when I go to Hangouts, I have no sound. But that's weird. You gotta check your setup, dude, because we all got sound. So I don't know what's wrong. You know, if there's something, yeah, it's something on your end. If you see everyone else is on here talking and chit chatting, and you come on here and you can't hear something, or you sound like shit, it's always on your end, you know. But of course, Hangouts does suck sometimes, so it could be on Hangouts, but who knows?
A topic.
What's up, James?
I got a topic. What connections do the aliens have with the ancient sites, like pyramids, the Incas, the Mayas? Because they seem to be a lot of people that think that the aliens are connected to those sites.
I have no idea. I'm not sure. You know, I'm assuming that a lot of them might have been constructed as a way to, you know, to attract their gods or something, but I think they have very little to do with the, like, a lot of people think like these megalithic sites will be constructed by aliens, which is fucking retarded. I just don't see aliens coming down here and lifting big rocks. I just don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me, dude. Why would they fucking do that, dude? You know?
Maybe
I was going to
combining.
talk about High Shield Nation with my gag.
I think they
That's
might have
funny.
came down and gave the knowledge on how to build these things.
Possibly, you know. Even that I think's a little, you know, I'm not even sure
Yeah.
I see that. I see it more like humans did it in honor of their gods, you know.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason, that's Sergeant Shill's world famous channel, Shill Nation. You know, and I think Qvid got more views than him on his channel, and 3 hours of his channel of his thing was fucking a blank screen, dude. So, and he got more views on his channel, dude. That's funny, dude.
Did Shill go and start his own channel or something?
Yeah, he started his own channel. You know, he went behind my back and started asking my subscribers to come join his fucking channel, which I would have had no problem doing. I fucking promote everyone on my channel, you know, but fucking come to me and ask. Everyone who does it, always they'll come and say something, you know. They're like, "Hey man, what's up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem," you know. And he was like sending out shit fucking behind my back to motherfuckers, you know. And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking piece of shit."
I was wondering
I watched it, dude, and it was the most boring. And it was Steven who was telling me, yeah, oh, there you go. Steven's like, that's the one I told Kyle, call it Shill Nation. He fucking, Steven's like, dude, you gotta go fucking see it. Terrible. And I was like, no, he's like, no, dude, for real, dude, just go and watch it. It's unbelievably bad. And I watched it and fuck, dude, it's a wannabe version of what we do here, except he's just not entertaining. You get what I'm saying, you guys? Like, okay, I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been into live entertainment for fucking 8 years. You know, I've been doing it. That's how I pay my bills, you know? So it's like, I got some kind of fucking, you know, he has zero. He's got no talent. He's got no personality. It's just crap, dude. It's just terrible, man. It was so boring, dude. Now Rob is saying maybe it's a coincidence rather than a connection to ancient sites. I'm going to have to agree with Rob on that one. You know, that it's probably more a coincidence, James, than it is an actual connection. You know, like it just seems like, you know, I mean, like you could pick up like little clues that might be alien related. You know, like they're building an ancient site like the Nazca lines, and they have elongated skulls, and they're making, you know, lines in the ground that only people in the sky would be able to see. Well, then you can see that there's some kind of a connection like there. But like when you have stuff like Stonehenge, I don't see how anything other than a coincidence that, you know, it's more like, well, you know, how could they do it? And since we can't figure out how they do it, we just say aliens. That just doesn't make sense. I think we don't give them enough
credit either.
That's not just what I'm talking
about. Say it again.
Yeah, one thing is how we got these structures. Egypt, we got them in Peru, we got them in South America, and people wonder how these came to be kind of the same all around the world. How did they get knowledge all at one time to build the same kind of structures?
Yeah, so what? You think an alien is flying around with giant stones on their ship, or?
No, I think that they were traveling.
James, what are your thoughts?
I'm not really saying that they built any of
I
that
believe
stuff.
that.
Not you, General. I said James, you fuck. One at a time. All right, go ahead, James. Finish what you were saying.
I'm not really saying so much that they built, you know, the structures or anything. I'm just saying that they coexisted with humans at one time, you know, maybe 10,000 years ago, that they was there and they shared knowledge, because there is all these elongated skulls that they found and a lot of mysterious stuff. You know, I'm not saying that, you know, that they levitated rocks or built it. I think we built that stuff, but you know, I think that they used to coexist, and for some reason they distance themselves from us now, and they still make appearances like what you've seen and others have seen.
Yeah, and it's okay to still say. I mean, like if you think that they helped construct fucking sites, you know, just because I don't think that doesn't mean it's true. You know, like I mean, you know, you can still, you know, if any, you know, I'm talking about for anybody out there. You know, I'm not. I don't want anyone to think that I'm shutting down anyone's ideas on what it would be. It's simply on what my ideas are, and like I said, just like you and everyone else, none of us know. So that's why we get to have these discussions, you know. But you know, I can just as easily be wrong as everybody else, you know. Steven saying I tried my S5 and that's doing it.
Hear me? Sound check. Am I all right?
Yeah. Yep. Now we hear you, Zach. Right. Sounding
Well,
good, man.
Maybe they was, you know, just here with us back then, and they were like worshipped like gods and stuff, you know, because in Egypt, like what is it, Osiris, he's green, you know.
Yeah.
And that in itself is weird, that, you know, because everybody else ain't portrayed as a green being, but he's the only one, you know.
Well, you know, and the thing is with Osiris, and because he is, that is really unusual that he is green. However, he is the god of the dead. All right. And you turn like a weird green fucking, you know, nasty color. I think that they were trying to represent what happens to you like more when you die than someplace else. I think that's what they were trying to aim for. Of course, I could be wrong.
Doesn't they say
but that seems.
What's with the Merc?
Go ahead.
Don't they say that like Osiris and Iris, that they're from these star systems, like from Orion's star system, and they got their own like star, like Sirius, Iris, Isis. Is it Isis? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah, Isis. Yeah, Isis is his sister.
Yeah, and they seem to be like they're gods, in that they were actual beings there. Like they built tombs for them, and you know what have you. There's a lot of correlation between that.
That's really weird that they have a tomb for Osiris. In fact, they have several different tombs for Osiris, which seems very odd because no other deities have tombs, you know.
Right.
But he is the god of the dead, so maybe it's a good representation because, you know, but it is highly unusual to see a god have a tomb. Gyro, what were you going to say?
I was just thinking that people don't think that them ancient civilizations could travel from one continent to another to bring the technology. I think they shared it.
That's a good point.
I think that do with it. You know, they did have vessels that could travel the oceans, and
that's an excellent point because they there are many clues around the world that show that these ancient civilizations did in fact have contact with each other. Tony, what are your thoughts on that, man?
Repeat the question, please.
Well, we're just discussing, you know, how civilizations may have had. Now, academia says that they didn't. They have had no connection with each other, but there appears to be plenty of evidence showing that ancient civilizations did, in fact, have contact with each other.
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree, and I think,
agree?
yeah, I think we don't give them enough credit. I mean, I think they traveled the world. I mean, there's maps that have been drawn, you know, previous to the exploration of the 1500s, Columbus and all that. So I don't know. I don't think we know enough to really put our finger on it. But I definitely think that they've communicated.
That there was contact between them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's evidence. So I think
Yeah.
so.
Zach, what are your thoughts, man? I don't know what the fuck Zach's doing, but all right.
I was watching a video that you did about the tribe. I think it was America. It was like how they made contact for the first time.
Yeah, dude, that was
probably like how they did it. You know?
I think that's a good representation of like, how we would feel seeing an alien, how you would be interested and intrigued but afraid and cautious at the same time, and I mean, just think now, what happens when that white guy leaves? All right, those people would pass down the story of strange white being, who fucking came and brought these magical devices and stuff, but it would just fade off into their history as this happened a long time ago. And they're like, would their great-great-grandchildren believe that it even happened? They might be like, oh, dude, Grandpa was insane. He was drinking them root berries again and getting all fucked up,
But you remember that tribe that would build like replicas of airplanes because they had
yeah, you're talking about cargo cults.
Yeah.
World War II.
Forerunner, what are your thoughts, man?
Hey, there was an ancient mariners that did trading with Egypt to the Vikings. I can't remember their name, but they were back then, and they went from continent to continent trading. That's all they did was trade. And I think that's how a lot of stuff got passed, knowledge and objects. Because
Forerunner, you on here yet?
He seems to be muted.
Yeah, it seems he's off of mute. His shit seems to be running really slow though, so he's like freezing up. Well, anyway, while we're waiting for his stuff to get up there, Rob is saying there's 4 pillars around Osiris' so-called tomb. There hasn't been any bodies or mummies and pyramids found inside them. That's very true, man. I need definite factual answers with evidence. Exactly. You were green on Hangouts a few days ago, Kyle. Nothing ancient though. Just coming here late. What's going on? What up, Nikki Dungeons? How you doing? I feel like I can't die without knowing these answers to these questions, but fuck, frustrating as hell. Absolutely. In fact, I feel like I'm gonna get those answers as soon as I do die. I can't wait to die. But if we take at some of the evidence that shows that we have, in fact, like ancient civilizations have had contact with other ancient civilizations around. I mean, like, I think there's enough evidence to prove that was, in fact, the case. And I think it's annoying that academia doesn't show this, doesn't actually include this into our timeline. Okay, so like I said before, there are Egyptian mummies that have been found with cocaine in their pockets, not only in their system, but on them. They had cocaine, which came from Colombia. Cocaine does not grow anywhere in Africa. It doesn't grow anywhere on that side of the world. The only place you're going to get it from is South America. All right. It's like saying they were found with a fucking avocado. Avocados grow in one place and that's it. You have to go to that place to get them, and that same goes for the cocaine. So how did these Egyptians get cocaine? And academia, you want to know what their answer is? That's it. That's their answer. It's like this, that straight up. If you see their answer in a book, their answer is a dude doing a shrug, like a shoulder shrug, like, I don't know, dude. That's his fucking answer because he don't fucking know. Hey Kyle, did you check your email? Why not fix YouTube notifications with the UFO proof of what's up group? Oh yeah, what's up? I don't fucking, everyone always suggests that shit to me, man, but it's fucking stupid, dude. Like sending out fucking note. That means I would have to That means I would have to get everybody to get on WhatsApp. You get it? So that's just, it doesn't make sense to do that, dude. You know, because there's plenty of people. I don't know. Is there anyone on here right now who even has a WhatsApp? You know, exactly. I don't even have it. So it's like I would have to get everybody else to get it. So stuff like that just doesn't make any sense to do that. And weed and sociological drugs for tripping. Oh, you get the answers all right. Oh yeah. And could their drugs just been for medical purposes that buzz yet but healing properties? I'm assuming that that I doubt the drugs were even for a buzz. A lot of them were probably for just healing properties. Perhaps even the tripping drugs I thought were healing properties, you know. Only for notifications, not for the video, of course. No, I know that, but that means everyone would still have to get the app just for the notifications, you know. That means I'd have to go and get everybody just to go over there and get on and get a fucking application just to get notifications.
Google app.
You know, when it's just as easier to get them to do it through here by having them go and click the notifications bell and make sure that they're set up to get notifications. You know, that's the issue, is a lot of people aren't set up to get notifications, you know, so that kind of sucks. Just waiting for impolite aliens to come down and engage in a beautiful conversation and answer all my questions. Then I'll be satisfied. Yeah, I will be satisfied too. UFO Today says, yep, I understand. Exactly, man. That's the problem, brother. You know, it's like I gotta try to convince everybody to get on to get those apps anyway. Fucking sucks, dude. You know, but
Do I sound different?
so another connection that they have with other civilizations, like meeting each other, is like the Fuente Magna Bowl in Peru, which is I did a video on it a long time ago. I don't know if you guys and anyone see it because it's actually one of my older videos. But there's this bowl that was found in Peru, and in it is written a prayer written in Sanskrit, Sumerian and Proto-Sumerian Sanskrit text, written in a bowl found in Peru. Dated this bowl to like 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. So the Sumerians must have had contact with the Peruvians. You know, I mean, so either the Peruvians went to Sumeria and got this bowl and brought it back, or the Sumerians went to Peru and created this bowl and then left. I mean, either which way, I mean, that proves that the Sumerians and the Peruvians did in fact have contact with each other, and yet that is relegated to the mysteries of history, and their answer is, I don't fucking know. They don't know what the answer is. They don't say it's fake. They don't say it's a hoax. They say it's real. But instead of adding that into our timeline and then, you know, trying to fit that piece of evidence, they're simply ignoring that piece of evidence and allowing their theory to continue, which that's where we fuck up. And whenever new evidence is discovered, it must be included into your theory in order for your theory to be accurate. And when it's not, then your theory, you know, loses all credibility because it's missing pieces of evidence. And so your theory can't possibly be correct if you're denying evidence that's right in your fucking face. You know, if you go ahead. You sound like shit, dude. Yeah, get that fixed, Zach.
It was just an effect, dude. I was just testing.
Oh yeah, well on here everyone's shit gets all fucked up, so your effect almost got you booted out. It sounded just like Steven. We were like, oh god, if Steven's got to go, you're gonna have to go too with your fucking effect.
It could have been a robot voice.
I believe we are the third advanced civilization. 4 billion years is a lot. You know, there's got to be Jessamine Satan. Shut up, Jessamine. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, Rob is saying Graham Hancock reconsidered. They were fucked on DMT half the time. Sound like they didn't fuck up by the day. Yeah, you know, Graham Hancock, I like a lot of his theories and points. He makes a lot of good sense. But and like Nikki Dungeons is saying, I believe we are the third advanced civilization. 4 billion years is a lot. I mean that, you know, why not? I mean, we know there's constant advanced civilizations just in our own history that we know about. You know, Rome was obviously an advanced civilization. Egypt was obviously an advanced civilization. I don't think that there was any civilization as advanced as we are. And I know that's like disappointing to some people, but I just don't see it. I don't see any civilization. I don't see any evidence of a civilization being as advanced as we are. But that doesn't mean that they weren't close to us, or that they hadn't discovered a new technology or a new way of doing stuff that we don't know. You know, I don't want to go that far, because obviously they had, you know, an idea. They had a way to do stuff that would be extremely difficult for us to do today if we are considering doing it, you know, in the same manner. Now, we could build the pyramids and we could build and raise those giant obelisks, but we would do it using the technology that we have today, and it wouldn't be that difficult for us. Perhaps, you know, like, but if we were to do it the way that we say they did it, by hand, it would be very, very difficult for us. I don't even know if we could actually accomplish it. Is it because we're lazy? Yes. But, you know, if we weren't so lazy, it would work. UFO Today says, let's do an experiment today and drop the YouTube link on this video as much as social media as possible. Don't spam, but just post it on groups, etc. What's that experiment do, though? Let's do an experiment today and drop the YouTube link of this video. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's probably a good idea, you know. But I think it'd have to be on a shorter video. You know, when you drop in links to videos that are fucking an hour long or 2 hours long, no one wants to click on those fucking videos. You know?
Hey, can you hear me now?
No, yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I had to switch headsets. Hopefully I'm not.
All right, Forerunner, now we got you, man. The ancients may have been advanced, but in a different type of technological way. See, I agree with Rob on that one, you know. Earth devours life quickly, even 30 years overgrows our structures. Absolutely. You know, I think that's probably why a lot of these places built out of megalithic stone and stuff like that is because, like Nikki Dungeons is saying, you know, shit will overgrow in like 30 years. You know, like in Egypt and places that get a lot of sand, you know, you get sand carving. I mean, fucking, you know, there's a whole civilization underneath the sand of Egypt, you know, and I think it's funny that the Egyptian government doesn't let anybody dig, and specifically because I believe that they're going to find stuff that will prove that Arabs did not build Egypt, you know, that black people built Egypt and Arabs took over, and I think they want to fucking deny that evidence to people, you know.
I believe there's a lot more going on in Turkey too.
Oh, you fucking know it, dude. There's all kinds of shit going down in Turkey, man. You know?
I agree.
You know, Fort Bragg military base.
Hey, Kyle,
yeah.
What's happened to Mac? We haven't seen Mac for ages. And
Mac's in fucking jail, dude.
Got my good friend in the background when he sticks his head up. See him in the background there.
Hey.
And his name is Mac.
Hey, what up, Mac? We had a little Mexican Mac that used to come to these shows, but his ass went to fucking jail.
Oh, right.
What do you think about the Moai statues?
On Easter Island?
Yeah, I don't, there's like, I don't know if there's any that simulate them or not.
There's one statue on Easter Island that actually shows what the Rapa Nui and stuff look like, and that they could, in fact, draw, you know, completely perfect anthropomorphic fucking figures of themselves, and it looked just like a person. But the statues, the Moai themselves, they look like some weird fucking weird kind of like alien, like they don't look like anything like them. But I mean, that was their gods, you know.
Them statues like scattered throughout the rest of the world. Their technique was one of their own, I believe, of making them. You don't see that kind of statue replicated anywhere else.
You know, the Moai actually remind me of some other Polynesian statues that I've seen, and you know, so I wouldn't say that they're like, you know, singled out like that, because there are other Polynesian statues and cultures that look kind of similar to the Moai, or at least like
the long
and like
face.
the Moai, they do wear the same kind of dress as the Polynesians and shit. But you know, like even some of their stuff looks. It reminds me of like some of their. I've seen stuff in Turkey in Göbekli Tepe that actually reminds me of the Moai. You know, some of the way the statues look, yeah, like the way that the statues hold their belly and have their hands and stuff. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that, but they really is a lot of similarities between some of the statues at Göbekli Tepe and the Moai of Easter Island. You know, we should do a video on that, man.
You know what they also remind me of is like the African tribal masks and stuff too.
Who was saying that? Forerunner?
Yeah.
Say it again. We could barely hear you.
Oh shit. Can you hear me better now?
Go ahead.
They kind of remind me of like an African tribal mask, you know, like the long-headed ones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like
it
maybe
makes
like
sense.
Ethiopian or
Go ahead.
something like that. Oh shit, I'm done. That's all.
No, like that kind of makes sense what Forerunner is saying, because if you look at the Moai, the statues are complete. They're not just heads, but they're complete bodies. They just have a really small body and a big fucking head. And some of these African these masks and stuff, they would have a small body and a big fucking head. You know, some of these Dogon masks would be like 30 feet high. I mean, I'm being like literal. The fucking mask would go up like fucking 30 feet high, dude. Like these were, you know. So I mean, maybe what he's saying makes a lot of sense. You know, maybe there is some kind of connection between them. You know, or at least they like inspiration drawn from seeing stuff like that. But you know, who knows? Rob is saying, I think that humans, whether big or small, white or black, or everything else, have been around one way or another for hundreds of thousands of years, but most will probably underground and in sea. Most of it will probably be underground and in sea. Probably. They're definitely hiding something potentially they don't want to lose their huge tourist income. Exactly. You know, and they don't want to lose their right to claim that Egypt is in fact Arab. And you know, I fucking don't see it, dude. I just don't believe it, man. I mean, there's too much evidence suggesting that it was black people who built it, you know. And especially when you look at fucking like the statues of Ramses. So a lot of things is, you know, they made it a point to go around and destroy the noses of every fucking statue out there. And I mean, and that's like a good way to you know, disguise someone's face, you know. And if a lot of these statues had their noses, they would probably look a lot more African in nature than a lot of other, you know, than what a lot of Arabs look, you know. Like when you look at Abul Simbel, I mean, Ramses fucking looks like a black dude. I bet you if they fucking tested the DNA of Ramses, it would prove that he was a fucking black guy. But they refuse to do it. Like fucking there's so many things that they refuse to fucking test and sample because they're like, you know, well then it would prove that in fact a lot of their theories are wrong. And you know, they may have to give up the whole, you know, belief that their fucking culture has gone back to the beginning of time when it's in fact a fucking different culture that created it, you know. But they're gonna just
Did you ever hear the videos on YouTube about the black men came from outer space? They were the extraterrestrial.
I've seen some thumbnails on stuff like that. I've seen some titles of videos, but I've never actually watched anything like that.
Same
I mean,
here.
why not?
Watched same thing. Yeah.
Rob is saying, Robert Bivall says that black people were originally from there. That's what, that's what I think too. That, I thought and still think you're 100% right on what, oh yeah, def some politics and science. Yeah, exactly. They spread out and traded with the Romans and most advanced civilizations. Exactly. I don't think we give enough. I don't think we give black people enough credit. I really do think that they built fucking Egypt, and I don't think we give them enough credit for what they accomplished, man. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't know. Like perhaps with the fall of Egypt is what made like the black people fall back into not being considered a powerful nation or race or anything like that because of their fall from the top.
You think it had something to do with the Arabs?
What's up?
You think it had something to do with the Arabs?
It's possible possibly that the Arabs could have basically destroyed their culture and everything, and after like bringing them down and kind of like took over, conquered and then incorporated all their stuff and basically saying, oh, their past is actually our past, and that they didn't build this shit, we built it, and I mean
they are known to change the past by destroying history,
exactly. The Arabs do it, fucking the Chinese did it, where they'll erase the entire history of their people and shit and start start
over.
Yeah, when he created China, he erased all the history before him, and so history starts with him, even though we know for a fact there was shit going on before him, and how in North Korea, how they're doing right now. It's like the year 31 in North Korea,
Yeah.
They started it from when that guy became fucking the leader or whatever, and then they erased all the history of North Korea before the war and everything. They got rid of it all, dude. So and that's I mean, it seems like something they've been doing for a while, man.
Yep.
True must have taken a lot of migrants Africa to build up Egypt. I'm not sure what they're trying to say. Stephen, it's been done from Library of Alexandria. What about it?
Just imagine if the Roman Empire would have kept on going, the history would have changed into their favor. They would have said they built this stuff, and
and all great empires fucking fall, and if you're not smart, you can't fucking last. And like America, see how we have Donald Trump as president. That is the end of the American empire, dude. And now America will fucking be left behind. It won't be considered a superpower anymore. It'll be a fucking our reign as fucking being supreme is over now, because you can't fucking elect people like that who are fucking who want to who have that nationalist view style where they're like, oh, it's all about us and not about the world. You have to consider the world and care about other people to stay on top, and now the world is the world leaders all get together, and it's like the German world leaders and fucking and other people who are in the center who are like looked at as
Merkel,
like
a leader.
yeah, Merkel and
Merkel's no
like
leader.
the French president, everybody there, and like Trump is like pushed off to the side, where before all the presidents, they were like the presidents of America were like the center and everybody listened to them. But now no one listens to Trump, but that's because he's an idiot. They can't listen to him because anyone could just go and tell him a conspiracy theory and he'll fucking believe it. He's like, really? Oh my God, that's true. And they're like, oh, you're an idiot, dude. It's embarrassing, dude. I mean, just, oh my God, I don't fucking know. I just think he's got to be smarter. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, man, I used to fucking really dig Trump when I used to watch him in the WWE, like wrestling and shit. I thought it was fucking cool, I just don't think he makes a good president, but I think it's stuff like that brings empires down, and that would be sad. I like the fact that, America is considered the only superpower on earth. And when we're being fucking laughed at because our president, believes any crazy conspiracy theory that people tell him, they're like, he believes that fucking, had more people at his inauguration than any other president in history, even though that wasn't true. And there's photographic evidence to prove that. He still, nope, I believe it. Or he believes that fucking Obama tapped his fucking phones. That's not true, dude. And it's like, he won't even listen to the CIA and all these other, he has all these intelligence agencies. He won't listen to anybody. And so I think it just makes us look bad. He could do so good. But I think he's too concerned about himself making money than he is about, actually running this country. And that's what's fucking sad,
with all fairness but he gives up his yearly salary being president, which is $400,000. He's lost over $1 billion in revenue being president this last year.
No. That doesn't matter though. Okay, when you're setting up taxes and when you're setting up tax breaks to save billions of dollars, fucking, a $250,000 paycheck, it doesn't mean shit, dude. And that's not $400,000 a week. It's a year. All right.
Yeah, it's a yearly salary.
Yeah. Okay. So believe me, when he's setting up shit, so like this tax bill, so his family can get huge tax breaks. Why we fucking have to pay for it. All right. That means our taxes will go up, but their taxes go down is fucking ridiculous, man. And that's what's fucked up.
Is that was just passed? Was that?
That's what they're trying to pass, man. And it's like they say you think that they make you think that that this tax cut is going to us, but the tax cut will not affect you or anybody on here, all right? Because you don't make enough money, all right? The only person that it might affect is fucking Snooch, all right? But it ain't affecting any of us, all right? That's for damn sure, dude. It ain't gonna affect any of us, man. But for the rich people, they'll be doing great, man. But for the middle class, no, it's no good, man. But that's just, but I want to get back to what we were talking about though with, civilizations. I was just thinking that, that's why empires rise and fall is because of stupid people like that. Emperor Nero helped fucking destroy Rome because no one took Rome seriously anymore because Nero was a megalomaniac,
Yeah.
And I think, and that's the only reason why I'm bringing Trump into this. Like I said, and like I know, people know this, I prefer Trump over Clinton any day. All right. So just so everybody fucking knows where I stand on that. If you think I hate Trump, you should see how much I fucking hate Clinton. Okay. So but yeah, and just the same, fucking the same goes for fucking Obama, dude. He's just as fucking bad, it's just fucking
I believe.
Yeah, like I said, so just so everyone knows, man.
Bernie,
but,
put in it by Hillary and Clinton.
Oh, I know, dude. You know, fucking he got fucking totally cheated, completely cheated by just the worst people on the fucking planet. Man.
But he kind of sold out by
like,
just giving into it, though, too.
No. He didn't have a fucking. He understood something. He didn't have a choice, man. You know, when you get
he had the votes
when you're trying to
people
pass
behind
something.
him. There was no doubt about that. I'm down here in California, and I went to plenty of his rallies. And I mean, we're talking, thousands, hundreds of. I mean, it was just.
Oh yeah, dude. He had tons of people, man.
I went, just to record. I went to a couple friends who went to a couple Clinton rallies. There was people there, but I would not compare them to a Bernie rally.
Exactly, but that's the difference, man. You see, when you have the Democratic elite controlling the Democratic Party, even with all the fucking support that Bernie Sanders had, the super delegates did not support him. They supported Clinton, and Hillary Clinton was in charge secretly of the DNC. And so it didn't matter. He had all the support in the world. He had her beat. And she cheated, she had control over everything.
And she still couldn't win.
It didn't matter what he did, he would have lost. And so what he did do, though, was by coming out and saying he supported Clinton and trying to get her elected, he came out during his first fucking campaign with her. And he got on stage and he started saying that Clinton was going to support every one of his, started putting her on the spot. Right. And she was like, what the fuck are you doing, Bernie? She's like, dude, shut up. I'm not supporting any of that, And he's like, she's going to support this and she's going to fucking do that, And he was like holding it to her, So he had no choice, dude. What was he going to do? Fucking go with a guy who's overtly racist, He's not going to do that, So it's like, he's an independent, man, so he'll go with whoever.
Cold as shit.
Like he worked with what's his face, John McCain. They worked on their fucking bill for the PA, I used to fucking hate McCain, but I got a lot more respect for him now, dude, But I still think he's kind of a chump, man. But I got a lot more respect for McCain now.
He is a chump.
Yeah, but that's just because he's just going against fucking Trump, dude. That's the only reason why you think he's a chump.
I always thought he was. I've always thought he was a chump. He just.
How come he was a fucking Republican fucking candidate for president, dude?
Yeah, and I never supported him then.
Did you support Bush?
No, I never liked Bush.
Are you a Republican?
No, I'm libertarian. But my pop.
Oh, libertarian.
Yeah, my pops.
God. Jones supporter, are you?
No. My pops used to work for Bush doing some stuff. Not directly working for him, but my dad used to get these little posters and shit signed by him and all that.
Oh, that's cool.
But I don't know. Just after the whole 9/11 thing, I just kind of rethunk things. You know what I'm saying?
Nikki Dungeons is saying aliens are so advanced they are actual nature, the wind and clouds. Let's get back on track. That is definitely not on track with anything that we believe. When you start saying that aliens are the fucking clouds, you're gonna fucking lose me, dude. You got
the alien in the ring too?
Yeah, you got aliens in your rings, right? Look at my fucking alien is fucking living right in there, dude. Okay, yeah. So we don't. I was gonna say I don't think I wouldn't consider that back on track, but that's fine. Aliens endorsed Trump 2020.
God.
Yeah, but. No, they're right. Let's get back on. He has some positive, particularly infrastructure. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see him rebuild the infrastructure. And I really would like to see that too, man. There's a lot of things. I'm hoping, Trump will do the fucking to do the right thing, man.
Hoping.
Trump's most likely just a huge distraction for the real people pulling the strings to fulfill their agenda, like it's a jammer. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking agree with you on that. We gotta consider the dude's a billionaire. He's just like the billionaire corporatists who run this world, the people that we all hate, and now he's in charge. So it's just like you gotta fucking man, he doesn't think like we do. He is not on our level. We are peasants to him. You got to understand that, dude. We are peasants. He thinks he's above everybody. And it just sucks when someone like that is in charge, man. You know, you want to have someone who's down to earth, you know, someone who relates to the middle class, who relates to the rest of the people, who doesn't think that, he just doesn't care about fucking if you're Mexican or if you're black or if you're gay or if you're whatever, who fucking, is really inclusive. He's like, succlusive. He doesn't want people to be a part of this country and doesn't want, it's just weird, man. It's just, I just don't see a guy like, what happens if fucking George Soros runs for fucking president? I mean, look at that shit. What if the Koch brothers ran for fucking president? You get what I'm saying? You just don't want fucks like that in charge. Okay,
Soros is deeply against Trump, though. We gotta.
You get what I'm saying, though? They are on the same fucking level, man. They are both fucking corporatist billionaires who care about making profits at the end of the day, not the people. They don't care about the people. That's the difference, man. He's basically an information jammer. Excellent point, Daniel.
UFO proof.
I voted Brexit as I'm from the UK. Trump knows real feelings. I'm not sure what that means, but
Trump is refreshing.
He's refreshing for you until he comes over and fucking destroys your country, dude. It's going to be really refreshing when you're my slave.
He's already.
But how do you see him doing that?
Our prime minister. And
I just say, if your leader, if your president or your prime minister talks shit about Trump, he will fucking bend you guys over and rape you, and you guys will all become America's slaves. You understand that, right? You can't even make a joke about this guy, dude. I can't because I'm American.
We're already China's slaves.
I'm white. Sorry.
We're already slaves to China, though.
China. All right. Zach's having trouble with his audio. He's going to try again. All right. What up, Angelica Dangle? How you doing? So we were discussing the stupidity of our president, but let's switch back on to, because I don't want to offend anyone on my channel. We're all supporter. That's funny because the only person I like welcome everybody unless it's a Clinton supporter. That's like biased, right? We should like accept them too, right?
No, fuck them. Excuse my
Fuck
language.
them, dude. I can't do it, dude. I just can't fucking do it. If you support Trump, you're welcome. If you support Bernie, you're welcome. If you support Clinton, fuck off. Oh my God, I don't know what to tell you, dude. The reality of this whole Trump situation makes me fear something big is happening and going to happen soon. Me too, Daniel. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. I voted to stay in. Fuck Brexit. It's going to mess up our economy. Plus, Trump's a fucking Tim Forboy. Yeah, I agree with Steven on that one too, man. I would have voted to stay in it. Fucking America's strong because all of our states are all together. So, yeah, I agree. I agree with that one too. Fuck Trump. Yep. I want to see something good happen. But God forbid if Trump, I don't want to see Trump get impeached. That's the one thing I'm afraid of, man, is I do not want to see him get impeached. You definitely do not want Mike Pence as president, man. He's fucking just a Republican errand boy, dude. If fucking he'll do it, he'd be way, way worse than Trump, man. So the Grays know survival of the fittest, so endorse Trump 2020. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Surprised we ain't a burnout cinder yet.
Yeah, dude. He needs to get the fuck out, dude. I want to bang Hillary. She makes me want to be a man with necrophilia. Does anyone actually buy into the whole reptilian David Icke shit?
That's a good question.
I don't really. Oh, sorry, Zach. Here you go. Let me get you a fresh link. I don't really buy into any of that. Any of that stuff. However, I do want to say this. I do think that it's entirely possible perhaps aliens
when I get down there.
May play a role in kingship, you know, in deciding who kings are, like in the Sumerian kings list and in the Egyptian kings list and stuff. Maybe the aliens may have played a role in who kings, where kings come from, and now their descendants, you know, who are still in power and stuff, like the queen or whatever, you know. Maybe aliens may have played a role in that kind of something like that, you know. Don't forget to click that thumbs up. YouTube's algorithms like the thumbs up. Thank you, YouTube. Yes, everybody, go throw a fucking thumbs up.
Smash that
on
thumbs
this video. If you're watching, smash the fuck out of it. Click it like it owes you fucking money, dude. But really far-fetched. I agree, you know, and like to say that I don't think if you go and you don't go and try to tear off the Queen of England's face, you're going to find a skull, not the fucking, you know, not some alien from V. All right. You know, so don't go and do that. But I'm just saying that perhaps maybe their bloodline was in fact picked by extraterrestrials to in fact to lead. I assume that there could be some kind of truth behind that. Not to say that, you know, aliens are controlling the world, although they could be. I'm just saying.
It would be if they were doing that.
That exactly. That pops. They may have a hand in, you know, the ultimate destiny of the world because of, you know, putting people in power. You know, like when, you know, if everyone was to go and see this amazing spaceship back in the day, come down and a beam come out and this beam goes, this guy is now my fucking is my ambassador and you guys should all listen to him, you know, because he's special. Then everyone would listen to him and they'd be like, oh, all right, you know. And so, you know, maybe it could be something along those kind of lines, you know. I mean, I just don't want to rule it out, but I don't want to include it. You get what I'm saying? I think the David Icke theory is far too fucking insane, and it's only for stupid people. I just don't want to rule it out. I just don't want to include it either, though.
Do you think David Icke believes it, or he's just doing it to profit?
Believes it. I think he's straight up fucking. I think he's just as narcissistic as fucking Trump, and I think he believes his own bullshit, dude. You know, I think that he makes up his own bullshit and ends up believing it.
He's another Linda Moulton Howe.
He's another Linda Moulton Howe, exactly. You know, you know.
It's lucrative.
No,
for
don't
him,
diss
though.
Lizzie and Channel. Who the fuck is Lizzie?
Dude, you don't know Lizzie?
Who is
That's her
no, dude. Is that
Come on.
don't know, dude. Yeah, potentially definitely have control over us. Very believable. Could explain why decent evidence doesn't come to light. Exactly. I'm from the UK, and I think there is definitely strange about the royal family, especially the queen herself. Fuck Lizzie, she's saturated in delay from aliens, as all the gods are. Oh, Lizzie, is that Queen Elizabeth? Is that like her nickname or something you guys call her?
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was right. Jason just said Lizzie equals Queen of England. Okay. Well, you know, I'm American, you fuck. So I don't know who Lizzie is, all right?
I didn't know that.
I didn't fucking know that, but
Neither did I.
you know, hey, why not, dude? Ike is 50% profit and 50% lunatic. So go figure. Well, that's how you get money, dude. Look at Trump. Oh man. Yeah, I just don't see. I just don't see that being the case. Like, I think David Icke's theory is it's far too fucking insane for me. But I do think that aliens might have had a hand in determining the kingship, especially when you look at like the Sumerian kings list and these kings that ruled for 30, 40,000 years. And the same goes for ancient Egypt. Their kings ruled for 10s, 20s, 30,000 years. When you look at the fucking Bible, and fucking the pre-Adamites of, you know, people before the deluge lived for thousands and thousands of years, perhaps it's possible that they in fact did, you know. And if they did live for thousands of years, perhaps they had some kind of extraterrestrial intervention who would decide who the kings were, or this bloodline to follow, you know. He's as mad as Phil Snyder. That David Icke. Oh yeah, dude. Oh no. David Icke's nowhere near as insane as Phil Schneider was, dude. Phil Schneider was a straight up pathological liar. And fucking, you know, and David Icke, I think he assumes that the queen is an alien, but he doesn't claim that he actually knows that she is an alien because he came and seen her with her mask off, you know. He doesn't claim that. He claims that he believes that if you were to rip her face off, there would be an alien underneath, though. Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
Did you ever see the Billy Corrigan video saying that he's seen a shapeshifter shape shift in front of him?
No. I hate when people talk about crap like that, dude. I never understood that.
Yeah, it was on Alex Jones, and then he was on Joe.
No, I thought he was on Joe Rogan, not Alex Jones.
Here's your problems, Alex Jones.
He was on Alex Jones?
Yeah, he was on both of them.
Billy Corgan? No, I never seen Billy Corgan on Alex Jones, man, but I mean,
Alex
Billy Corgan was on Alex Jones, really?
Yeah.
Let me see.
He was even on the Howard Stern show a few years back talking about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Billy Corgan on Alex Jones.
Like, we'll settle this shit right now.
Yeah, he warns of weaponized zombies.
Whoa.
Yeah, he talks about all kinds of.
Holy shit, Billy Corgan's batshit crazy, dude. God in heaven, man. Well, that's the last time I listened to Smashing Pumpkin.
Another Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, but see, wow, he's fat and ugly now, dude. Ew.
That's what age.
Nasty, dude. Oh my god, dude. He looks ugly as fuck. I'm not saying he was cute back in the day, but I mean, he was cuter than this. Jesus Christ, dude. Fucking plump little marshmallow with a mustache, dude. Ew. God damn, dude. Poor Billy Corgan.
Yeah,
you crazy little fuck.
Shapeshifter that shapeshifts right in front of him.
You guys, this is what's wrong with the world today. All right, people. This exact fucking problem, dude. You know? Fuck me, dude. All right, James. Have fun, buddy. The first person who introduced to alien life was my old boss. He suggested that aliens were the first people to give us life back in '94, but now I'm beginning to believe it. Yeah, you know, I actually I believe that too. You know, I believe that there's probably some kind of truth behind that, you know. Like, I believe in the ancient astronaut theory, but not like they do on Ancient Aliens, you know. Mine's a little more reserved and held back, you know.
Hey, Kyle.
Who the fuck is Billy Corgan? Oh, Rob must be young. He is the lead singer of the band Smashing Pumpkins. Buddy, what were you saying, man?
No, I was just wondering, what do you think about the notion that Velcro and circuit boards were introduced into our society by extraterrestrials?
Well, okay, so you're getting that whole Velcro introduced from the movie Men in Black, but nowhere do they say that Velcro was introduced by aliens. But
I could have
but
sworn I
do-
saw that
I know
somewhere
what you're
else
talking
besides
about.
Men in Black, though.
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, from like the day after Roswell, which is
There you go.
a book. I have a book where he discusses the like how night vision and
Yeah, Philip Corso.
Optic cables and stuff.
yeah, they found it. Yeah, Philip Corso. They found it with the alien craft on with Roswell, and how they introduced it into. I don't believe that for a second. I think that's an insult to every person who actually invented that stuff. Because I think it's to think that humans can't do that is fucking ridiculous, dude. I know how clever and intelligent I am, so I can only imagine how clever and intelligent some other people are. And to say that shit can't be done is outrageous, dude. I just absolutely. And fiber optics, that's true, Jason. Yes, that's absolutely true. I absolutely believe that humans can do that. In fact, we did do that. And to say that we couldn't is a fucking insult to the people who did.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. You listen to Stanton Friedman.
Proposes every possibility as a clusterfuck. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying, Gyro?
You listen to Stanton Friedman, and he will tell you that how many people it takes to make a nuclear powered rocket to work. These people worked years and years on this technology to perfect it.
Of course, I think Stanton Friedman is kind of an idiot in the sense that he believes Roswell. And, like there's more than enough evidence to suggest that it was a weather balloon. And he's mixing up stories and shit on there that just doesn't even make sense. And for as smart as he is, I just don't see why he's so easily fooled and manipulated. He takes what's his face? Jesse Marcel. He takes his story and turns it into this whole flying saucer stuff. But Jesse Marcel made it a point. He's like, there was no flying saucer. There was no alien bodies. Where he gets these ideas from, I don't fucking know. He's just making them up because Jesse Marcel never says that, And he doesn't even think that the stuff is fucking alien. He doesn't know what it is, and that's all he ever says, man. He's like, I don't know what the hell it was. It just seemed fucking crazy. It just seemed really weird that this was weird debris filled. But never once did he think it was a fucking alien or anything like that, So I don't know why he doesn't, why he does that, man. Why don't aliens have ears? Ian Undercover. Because they are telepathic, so they don't need to hear anything. I don't fucking know. Maybe they have ears. They're just on the bottom of their feet. Who knows?
I believe the gray beings are actually some kind of an android.
Maybe they listen like through vibrations instead of like.
Perhaps, yeah.
Or they have like ear holes like a bird or something, but it's too hard to see it.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe like maybe they hear through their eyeballs, It's an alien. Who the fuck knows,
Big, I guess that.
How do we know? Wait, what? Who's to say aliens don't have ears? Have ears. That's what I want to know. How do you know that they don't have ears?
We don't.
They may very well have ears,
No, we don't know.
Aliens look just like us. And the gray beings that people see are
actually, and it was a different long. I've said this before. I know people hate it when I say it, but I think that most about Roswell is true. I think it was a fucking weather balloon, and I know it's disappointment to everybody, but I think it's true. And that's what the evidence shows. He says in common depictions. Yes, and yeah, in common depictions, it doesn't appear that aliens have an ear, or maybe like a small, like kind of, fucking little of a cartilage or something is sticking out. But yeah, he's right. In most common depictions, aliens, they don't tend to depict aliens with having ears. In fact, they don't really depict them having noses or really a mouth or anything, you know. Like Jai was saying, perhaps they are androids. And you know, and I used to think, you know, if aliens are telepathic, then there is going to be certainly a large amount of things, you know, physical attributes that an alien would no longer necessarily need. Like, you might not really need, you don't need to have facial expressions, because you don't need to communicate those expressions, you know, physically or visually, you know. So those why you might not even need to make physical expressions anymore. You might not need to look happy or sad, because you can express that telepathically. You might not need ears, because you don't need to hear people, like or you know, you don't need to understand language as much, because you're communicating telepathically. Perhaps you don't even need a name anymore. Perhaps that's why, you know, aliens don't even have names for individuals, because if you're telepathic, you simply don't need a name.
Well, let me ask you this.
Go for it.
Would they need their ears if they're on their ship to hear if the engine's running, or would they just know that? Or if there was a problem with a certain, I don't know, whatever they use to power their ships? I mean, they got to have something other. I mean, I don't know. It's just a question.
Perhaps that they're able to pick up the vibrations of sounds through a different means, you know.
Because they don't have
their
hair.
whole body picks up the vibration, and you know, and then it, you know, works out in their brain as a sound, you know, and so they hear it that way. I mean, elephants, they do a lot of hearing through their feet. A lot of people don't know that, but elephants will put their feet on the ground and stuff, and they sense vibration from miles and miles away, and they hear other elephants making these low grumbled vibrations. And so they hear a lot of stuff through their feet. So perhaps it's something
true.
like that, man.
And the Indians
Maybe
hunt
it's just
like
a physical
that.
manifestation of our imagination and fears.
I think
What?
that it's a pinhole, just like the microphone on a cell phone. And
that could very well be.
They're androids. They're the workers for the actual beings themselves.
What would the beings look like?
You know, that'd be crazy. Perhaps they are like avatars. And the beings itself, the grays, are simply some kind of biomechanical robot engineered and controlled mentally, like some remote control, like an avatar would be.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if we were going to send, you know, people to another planet, it would be much safer to send an avatar that you control with your mind than it would be to send yourself. You know, send yourself. Perhaps it's only through that. You know, my brother, you must be an alien. You know a lot of shit, Kyle. Fucking brain, bro. Thank you, Arthur. Appreciate it, brother.
Putting it in a simpler way is that we send robots to other planets first. So why not have an android or a biological AI being put out first to see what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. If you can experience the world like an avatar, if you could experience the world like that, it would be much safer to send your avatar than to send your physical body. You know, if you can remotely control, you know, an avatar with your mind from across the fucking universe, it would be much better to send than it would be to.
Well, that would consist of
yourself.
That would consist of transferring your consciousness into another vessel or whatnot, right?
Well, maybe not transferring your consciousness, but remote controlling it.
What if it's like,
it's like maybe
astral projection kind of thing like that? You know,
I would think more like a remote. Have you guys ever seen the game Mindflex? Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah.
It's a board game that you control with your mind. You know,
Yeah.
so perhaps it's something like that where you're controlling it robotically through your thoughts, and not so much that you're transferring your entire consciousness to it, but you're more like just
Yeah,
it's more like a remote control that's controlled through electrical impulses in your brain, as opposed to
That makes more
you know,
sense.
using, you know, like when we use a remote now, you can use like to fly a drone. You first, the electrical impulses get sent from your brain to your hands, and then your hands will move the controllers. Perhaps the electrical sensors are just hooked up directly to your brain, so the impulses in your brain go straight to the controller.
Right.
Yeah.
And I bet you our military already has that technology.
Oh, dude, do they do? Oh, they have all kinds of
Yeah.
technology like that. Like the helmet for the F-22 is so super advanced. I mean, they don't even fucking show it, dude. But I've heard stuff like it's actually controlled with your mind and just with your thoughts and shit, dude. On like to do certain things. Like it's supposed to be super, super advanced, man.
And that's what
Even
some
the
people
double
recount about people flying spaceships and stuff.
A mind fuck deal. What were you saying, Tony?
No, I was saying that some people say that, you know, that they've been aboard spaceships or UFOs or whatnot, and that they've seen that the whole system is controlled by like a headband or something.
Yeah.
So
you know,
that makes sense.
You know, if you had a choice to go anywhere in the universe or planet, stars, wormhole, Milky Way, where, brother? I don't know, dude. I'd probably go to like the Pleiades star system or something cool like that, man. Just to see what the fuck's out there, you know. What about
Pleiades would be awesome.
Do you realize that aliens control our seasons just for fun? How much people they can wipe out just for fun?
I don't know.
I'm not
about
sure
that.
they control our seasons for fun. That seems more of like a part of the universe and nature as opposed to aliens controlling it. Cover saying, I would think there would be renegade lone wolf aliens and UFOs. That's very true. I mean, why not? It doesn't seem like, you know, like renegade lone wolf aliens and UFOs. That would be like saying there's not renegade lone wolf people, you know, which there are. You know, they would say like aliens don't have their own personalities. If they didn't have these renegade lone wolf aliens, then that means that they would have no person. They wouldn't be personable. They would all be like, you know, drones controlled by a queen, you know, which could very well be true. But I would think that there would gotta be that they'd have to have their own personalities and their own individualism, you know. Is there really good and bad aliens? Like I said before, good and bad are a point of view, you know. You're like fucking evil and fucking doesn't exist only in the fucking mind of the beholder, you know, only through the individual and their concept does evil and good exist, you know. So because through your eye something might be evil, and through someone else's eye it might be good.
It's like marijuana.
That's I think our conscience is alien to us.
I don't think our conscience is alien.
I believe.
Why?
How where do our thoughts come from, or you know?
Why would you think
where does come from?
A part of your brain.
Who knows? Yeah, who
Yeah.
knows where it comes from? But I don't know why you think it comes from aliens.
Well, just think of a video game or something like that. A higher up, an alien being or an alien presence that we can't see or whatever.
Then what controls their thoughts and so on?
Exactly. We don't know.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We don't know. So why would you suggest that it was aliens other than
Well, I'm just
saying
to us.
You know, Rob's saying from your soul, right? It makes more sense, man. Our sensors can be tricked easily. Our memory implanted in microseconds without knowing. Our sensors relay the information to the brain to decide based on what we believe we are perceiving. Correct. Absolutely. You know,
The speed of thought is faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, that's another point that what's his face brings up in the book The Day After Roswell. Go ahead, Tony. What were you saying?
I was gonna say I have some pretty dumbass thoughts. So if they're aliens planting thoughts into my head, they
Right.
ain't doing a damn good job.
Yeah, so these aliens must be fucking dipshits, dude, if they're putting some of these thoughts in our head.
Shit.
There might be.
All right. I see his point. I feel we may definitely be like the Sims video game with free will added. Yeah, I mean, and
That's what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, that goes back into the whole the simulation theory and shit like that, which for me anyway, which makes fucking total sense to me, but that's for a whole different conversation. Maybe we'll actually do that on the next one. But I'm gonna get out of here for now, you guys. But I want to thank everyone for fucking joining me today. Tony and Forerunner, Gyro, QVid, and everyone else who jumped on here with us.
Hey, before you go, Kyle,
what up, buddy?
I've been wondering, what are your thoughts since we're talking about the Greys? It's a perfect opportunity to ask you. Have you ever, Aleister Crowley, right?
Yeah, of course.
The crazy ass fucking guy.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on him and the being that he apparently spoke to called Lamb?
I think he's full of shit. And in fact, I think that a lot of people I think that they don't really know the real story behind Aleister Crowley. He was a real smart guy, but he was also into some weird fucking esoteric bullshit. So I mean, I think he's full of shit with some of the stuff that he's saying, man. So it's just kind of, I mean, he was a really smart guy, but I think he's just too esoteric for my liking.
I was just curious about why he would ever imagine that gray being.
Say it again. I could barely hear you, man.
The Greys, how that being that he apparently spoke to looked like a gray alien.
Yeah.
That they portrayed him, speaking.
Well,
to.
I mean, who's to say? I mean, that could just be, that's just, that's how he just described him. I think he's full of shit when saying that, dude. I don't think he's seen any being. I think he's either lying or someone just made it up to fucking to be a lie. Crowley, fun fact, huge Freemason figure. I like the Freemasons. I wish they would let me join. That would be awesome. If I could be in the Illuminati, I would do it in a heartbeat. Let's go. I'm just joking. All right, you guys. I'm out of here. I will see you guys back here tonight at around 9 o'clock. So make sure you guys come back and join. And make sure you like and subscribe. UFO Proof needs to go and get a hit. That's fucking right, dude. I'll just take a hit right now, man. Actually, where's my pipe?
So we're not doing the censorship thing anymore?
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, well, we got to still, we got to try to keep it on the DL, but we can go and fucking, like before, dude, I used to fucking just hit my bomb, but I would always just hit it like right out of view, dude. I would be like right here. I would hit my bomb like right out of view, just to be careful, on everything. But, all right, you guys. Thank you guys for coming and joining me today. And make sure you like, subscribe, go support me on Patreon and all that shit. If you want to kick up some kick-ass UFO proof gear, like I'm fucking sporting, or my fucking boy QVid is sporting, go and fucking, yeah, look at that shit, dude. That's balling, baby. Look at that, dude. Go get yourself some UFO proof gear. Steven, your sweater is being sent out. All right, buddy. If you're still on here, just letting you know. Cool. And you guys come and join us again for tonight's show. I will see you guys then. All right, you guys. UFO Proof out.
Peace.
All right,